Otherwise, we're going to take a break from the sales stuff today, but I hope that has been really good for you in the mornings. We are going to do a script practice today, so I need somebody who is willing to script with me right now. I will, actually, I need two people. I'm going to take my
I can do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Casey. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the possible seller, or do you want to be the agent?
I can be the agent.
Awesome. Who wants to be my seller?
I'll be the seller. Thanks, Erin.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, it's going to be as if, we're able to go out again, Case, and that, we have become essential. But the homeowner is still going to feel stressed about having people in their home. So what I want to do is talk through how we can keep them safe, what that can look like, what we can do on our end. And so don't forget, we can check pre-approvals, we can have the gloves and things there, we can still do virtual showings and whatever, but let's talk through that and try to move this person into a place where they feel confident and feel safe about going on the market. Here's the deal. Now, if somebody was really, really stressed about that, we would not push them. We would just tell them to wait, right? Because we're not going to force them into anything. But for the purposes of this, it'd be good to just script it out, if that makes sense.
Yes. Am I setting an appointment, or is that what I'm doing?
Nope, we've already gotten the appointment. Nope, we've gotten the appointment. They say they want to list, but they're scared.
Okay, great.
That makes sense? Okay.
Yes.
All right, Erin, You're going to be on.
Okay. Ring, ring. Hello. Hi, Erin, it's Casey. How are you?
I'm doing good, Casey. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to touch base. It looks like tomorrow we are able to go live on your listing, and wanted to see if you had any comments, questions, or concerns.
Well, what does that mean, we go live?
Means that we will be active on the market and we can start allowing showings. So I wanted to kind of address that and your feelings with the showings and people being in the house.
It's funny, I hadn't really thought about it because we've been so deep into COVID, but I mean, Casey, do you think that's safe? Do you feel like, as my agent, do you feel like we're going to be okay?
Yes.
Are other people doing it?
Yes. So we are taking all the precautions. Whenever there's a showing, I'm going to ask you to turn on all the lights and open all the doors. And we're dropping off booties, gloves, and masks at your house. So everyone's going to wear those. And they're going to walk through one at a time and no kids are allowed. So it's just going to be one person or husband and wife together with the agent and in and out. So if I need to be there to monitor it, I can be there as well. And I've prepped the agents. We're not going to do open houses, but we are going to do virtual open houses. So how does that sound to you, Erin?
It sounds good. I think my only concern is that how do we enforce the other agents to follow the rules? Because I have a baby, I get concerned about if they come in and
Absolutely. So my recommendation, because I wish I could be there every time, but life gets busy and I don't want to give that kind of promise, is you wait outside and you just take a step outside, wait in your car. It's not bad weather. That's what I've seen a lot of clients do. So you're monitoring, you're allowing them in the house after they have gloves on, masks, and booties. Does that make sense?
It does. I think I just worry about the days where I'm at the hospital.
And I can try to be there for that. And that's the best way I could probably mediate it, is being there to monitor it and stressing to those agents. Now what I have been doing with other listings is also asking for pre-approval. So they're only serious buyers. And that's after they look at the virtual tour. And that's after we also do a FaceTime. So we're trying to do as much as possible before they get into the home, so it's a quick look. Does that make sense?
It does. And that makes sense to me that somebody would want to walk through the house. I think if they've gone through all of those steps, that deems they're pretty serious. And I think that does make sense. I would want to walk through a house I was buying too.
Yeah. And what we're, unfortunately, because we're in this weird market, it's going to be a little slower. Things are going to take a little bit more time. If we do have lots of people inquiring about the house, it's going to be exhausting for you to do FaceTimes and everything, but we're just going to take it one day at a time and one thing at a time.
Okay, I think that sounds great then.
Okay, awesome. Well, then I'll have Sean reach out to you and we'll get the ball rolling.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good job, you guys. I think, if you ever have somebody that goes in that direction, like we can talk through, we have this, but I think we can adjust this slightly. And I'm going to have to adjust the language for the no kids in. What we're going to do is the language, and Sean, maybe you can write this down, or Asia, maybe you can write it down, but I want to adjust the language that we have on the document that we have to, with the kids, I want to adjust it to only the people that are going, whose names will be on the agreement of sale can enter the home. And then that way kids, aren't on there, and we can just say, and nobody else. Because
what's funny, Lindsay, is in Delaware, they are just like right in writing, no children. And they have some of the houses make you sign a COVID addendum saying that you're not sick, you haven't been around anybody that's sick, you'll take all precautions before they'll approve your showing on showing time.
Yeah, I like that. So we should do that as well. I just want to prep and get ready for this, because even if for some reason they don't pass the bill, we may choose. I think there's a lot of real estate companies that are just going to choose to go.
There's a document PAR release too, if anyone read that recently.
Yeah.
About entering.
Yeah, so we can start to use that. So maybe we can get a copy of that and prep it. But I think at the end of the day, being able to, there's a lot of people writing that you can't have kids. You're not supposed to. So the way around that would be to say only the people, the names on the agreement of sale are allowed in the home, period. If there's anybody else at the home, they have to stay outside with the other person. And then we can have them sign off on, you saying that you don't have a fever and all those things. But I was thinking too, if somebody's really stressed about, and they're not able to be home. So that was awesome, because it went in that direction, with like, well, what if I'm in the hospital or whatever? The Ring doorbell is like $99. And so there was a part of me that if there was like a seller that was really stressed about that we probably could get something like that and let agents know that that's there. And then the seller can actually see them and talk to them, at the door, no matter what. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I'm trying to figure out if like we buy those, can we like install them and then uninstall them and install them in a different listing later, or what, what's the deal with that?
I mean, what is wrong? I mean, I know it's exhausting, but it's not like we're doing so much work here. I mean, it is, I feel like it's my responsibility. If I need to be there for a showing, I'm there.
You could. And another option, if they still are stressed about that, the option of the Ring doorbell for $100, like potentially could help. You know what I mean? Like, but if it's only for a few showings, it's like, I mean, do we really need to do that? But it's just another option that we could potentially throw out if we had to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would also suggest just getting like you can get just cameras, just a camera. Right. And that's probably way cheaper than the Ring doorbell.
Yeah, we could look into that too, for sure.
Couldn't we like limit when showings could happen? If it's only a few people, couldn't you say like, if somebody tries to schedule a showing or block out, if they know their schedule, block out times where the showings can't happen so that they can feel comfortable to be there?
Totally.
Yeah, the seller can always just propose a new time if they can't meet.
Yep. Yeah. And then we can, like I said, we can try to get ourselves out there. But I want you guys to have all the options possible while you're on the phone with them. Because if you say, listen, I don't want you to be stressed. Like, let's just get a Ring doorbell out there. I'll pay for it. That might totally ease somebody. Do you know what I mean? And so I want you to have the ability to do the things that you need to do in order to get the listings. Listings are going to be king right now. So the more that we can get, the better. So if we can work towards that, having 1 million buyers is fine, but, having a listing that's really good that then we can find more buyers on is even better. So, okay. That was really good. Any questions around any of that? Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, so we had Casey went under contract. Well, verbal under contract. Do we have the docs back yet?
Since I got the verbal at midnight, I haven't sent the updated contract.
Yeah.
But you'll have it hopefully in a couple hours.
I can't. Negotiating that late makes me want to drive a nice pick through my eye. All right.
They just text me. It wasn't. They had to like think about it. They had to feel like they took the right amount of time.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, cool. And then Steph, did you go under contract?
Yeah, I don't have it back yet.
Okay, cool. So we've got 2 more that we'll add. Why don't we can we give Sean those addresses? We'll stick them on here this morning and then follow up with you guys throughout the day.
Sean, the address for me is 109 Morningside Drive in Dresher. Yeah, price point $575.
Where the hell is the dresser?
Dresher, Dresher. It's right next to Horsham, Bluebell, and Ambler.
It's a really nice area.
Yes.
What's your stuff?
Who knows? Hold on. 101 Henderson, Ridley Park.
Oh, I know where that is. All right, cool. And then was there anybody else? I feel like it's getting hard to keep track of now. All right.
Well, the Philly team's on fire, so I can understand that. So.
Yes, I agree with that. All right, cool. So then we'll jump into the pendings, correct? Unless there's anything else we're talking about?
Nope. Yep.
All right, so 1609 Rosewood. You said yesterday that we're just moving that all the way into July and just getting paperwork buttoned up, right?
Yep, so I should expect paperwork back today.
All right, cool. 130 West 8th would be our next one, which we close in Monday next week. So the UNO, we basically made it clear that we have to do an addendum because media is not going to be available to get that set up. And we've asked the listing agent to help us out with that. We got that document from John Patrick to do that as well. Settlement schedule, we're just waiting on final numbers. 7928 Ridge. I know yesterday you mentioned that you were having a hard time getting on the phone about the appraisal and the new lender and all that. Any update there?
Yes, hold on, let me read it to you. Hold on. What's the box it say? The lender is saying we can close. This is yesterday. The lender saying is we can close within 2 weeks. I'm trying to get them to pin down the date. I'll keep you posted. So they haven't gotten word from the mortgage companies if they've done the appraisal yet, but they're saying in 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll get some more information today as I push.
All right. So we have May 20th right now, which is next Wednesday. So that's
yep.
Right. Just be moving that. All right, 42 North Danbury, just waiting for settlement, waiting for final numbers, all good there. 834 Ullman Street, first deposit, I think Marcus, you said to drop it off, we're just trying to confirm with the agent that we have it in. And I know we reached out to the buyers yesterday to get inspections scheduled. I don't think we had any successful communication, but we're probably just going to schedule those anyway. Marcus, did they give you any indication of like when they want settlement or inspection scheduled? Typically, we've just been scheduling them, ahead of time because nobody could be there anyway, just to get them on the books. Have you talked to them at all about that? All right.
I have an email from Olivia, so we at least touch base. I know I tried to call her yesterday, but I can reply to her through email and stuff.
All right, cool. So she did reply then. All right. All right, so I'll get that buttoned up today. 4603 Naaman's Creek. We're working through inspections. I know the sellers were pretty hands-on with that, so we'll continue to work through that, and then we'll get the UNO inspections scheduled with the township. 101 Ironwood, talked to them yesterday. They're going to be driving out to Hershey to go to the title company to do the deed package on Friday. That was kind of the last piece, so we should be good there. 110 Cherry. First deposit is due on the 15th, so we'll track that. And then inspections are waived, right, Noni? I think I saw you text that yesterday. Let me just X those off. And And then 1330. Oh, and then I know you said you wanted to get the UNO done at ASAP, so we're working on getting conveyancing, which triggers the UNO to be done. 1332 Park Lane. All good there, just waiting on the mortgage commitment. No, inspections are done. Need to track the UNO for that one.
Was that the email Amy sent about title? Think if it was ordered or not. I'm not sure if it was
That was
that
for
property.
Vernon.
Oh, right.
Are we good? Is her?
Yeah, the buyer or the seller side was asking for information, and then she just didn't have the title order yet, so I just have to get that out today.
Mount Vernon. Negotiating inspections currently, correct? I think you said you were close to getting that done. Or
We're done.
You're already done?
Yeah.
All right. Just mark that off so you can check that on there. All right, and then mortgage commitment is due on that one on May 27th. 870 Maple Street. We're still waiting for the seller to sign off on our mortgage commitment extension and waiting for the bank to reply about our short sale approval. 766 Concord. Oh yeah, I saw that email for me. Waiting for the mortgage commitment on June 5th, and then we're trying to bump settlement up to as soon as possible. So keep.
Have you heard back from the title or anything?
No, we haven't yet, but they've been confirmed that they're putting a rush on that. Lashed out yesterday. I think I sent you that screenshot.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be communicated to that much.
Wisher. I know the lender on this one's been a little unresponsive and not really willing to give a bunch of information. It's one of those like corporate lenders, but they did confirm yesterday that they have things started. Mortgage commitment is due on the 29th. Reply to inspections is due on the 1st. Second deposit is due on the 14th. 409 Anderson. Oh, and then she was talking about she wanted to order title from a different title company. So we'll just get all that straightened out. She's been trying to all over the place. 409 Anderson. I talked to the bank yesterday. They said that the docs that we submitted on Friday were not processed yet and to call back in another day or two to make sure that they have those all squared away. So I sent them contract, the price reduction, inspection reports, all that stuff. So we'll check that.
Did you talk to Jose?
I left him a message. He hasn't gotten back to me.
Okay. Did he sign the change in lender one also?
Was that? Did you send those to him together?
No, because they were older.
All right. I don't think he did. Let me double check that. I know he signed a price reduction. I saw a bunch of signatures on that yesterday.
Okay.
And then we got.
So I'll just tell Shailesh we got another day to wait.
Yeah.
All right.
5908 Old York. Reply to inspections is due on the 21st. I know the inspections happened already, so it's probably just like.
I mean, it's a rehab inspection, so we're really not going to probably ask for anything because we're rehabbing the whole building. But I'll let you know if anything changes.
All right. I will. Yeah, just let me know. I'll probably keep asking that because it's just going to come up.
Nope, I understand. Until we're actually done, I'm waiting for price points and to see if we need to do anything in terms of permits that we might make the seller do. But I will definitely keep you apprised of it.
Cool. And then 453 Charles is waiting for the builder to give us a new closing day. And we got 109 Morningside, 101 Henderson. Other than that, that's all good.
All right.